Sektor industri di negara ini perlu melakukan perubahan seiring dengan transformasi era digital untuk kekal berdaya saing. Begitu juga dengan industri jentera dan peralatan MNE yang kebanyakannya terdiri daripada perusahaan kecil dan sederhana PKS. Namun, kebanyakan pengusaha PKS masih cenderung dengan kaedah konvensional dan enggan melakukan perubahan ke arah digitalisasi bagi memanfaatkan teknologi. Menurut penasihat Gabungan Pengusaha Mesin dan Industri-Industri Kejuruteraan MEIF, Yong Kisin, kekangan itu antaranya disebabkan pemahaman yang berbeza mengenai digitalisasi.
They have different interpretation of what digitization means and what Industry 4.0 means. And I think that because of the different understanding, there were quite a lot of fear to get involved. But what digitization could help is that they give you, because you are gathering the data and you are able to actually make decisions based on the data, you can take proactive action. Before a machine breakdown or before you have a problem in the shop floor, you actually get the early symptom. It's a little bit like going to the doctors.
Justru ujar Yong, Perbadanan Produktiviti Malaysia MPC melancarkan Produktiviti 1010, satu inisiatif yang diperkenalkan oleh Produktiviti Nexus Jentera dan Peralatan MEPN dalam usaha membantu syarikat untuk membangunkan pelan tindakan digitalisasi individu.
So I think that the important thing is to know how to start. And that is a very common question by a lot of our players. And because they don't know, they tend to keep away from these things here. In order for you to do digitization and to improve, you need to have a process to start off with. To improve your productivity is not necessarily just cutting labor costs. In fact, one of the key messages is that you actually minimize the wasted effort because the government is investing a lot of money. The question is that are we getting any good return from those investment or not? And we believe that it can be improved.
Sementara itu, Setiausaha Agong MEIF N. Sanggaran berkata, antara masalah yang menghalang PKS untuk mara ke hadapan adalah tiada perancangan strategik untuk jangka masa panjang.
Machinery and equipment industry, there are a few local large companies, but most of them are SMEs. And if you use some of the policies that were put in the productivity nexus to help them, it doesn't work. When you have strategic planning in companies, most MNCs will plan for 7 years, 10 years. Okay? Local large companies about 7 years. Even the bigger medium companies, they will plan for about 3, 4, 5 years. You come to the SMEs, their planning is just 1 year or next year. So this is the things that we have difficulties in our nexus. So together with our team, we set up this, we did a workshop, analyze what they have said, analyze what the inputs, put it out in a chart, and we came up with 14, as Mr. Yung mentioned, 14 projects.
Justru pemain industri perlu mengubah tanggapan atau mindset yang masih selesa ditakut lama kerana ia bukan sahaja akan merencatkan masa depan syarikat, malah memberi impak pada ekspor industri jentera dan peralatan. Menurut penasihat MEIF Mimi Aminah Muhammad Taib, industri jentera dan peralatan menyumbang sekitar lebih 40 bilion ringgit setiap tahun dalam pasaran ekspor negara.
To invest in technology or into new methods of doing business is not something in their cards because to them there's a lot of money invested. They're happy with what they're making, where they're going. But the world is changing from analog to digital. Typing instead on a normal paper or writing, you use your computer. So these are the changes that they have to make in order to go forward. Some of them are still quite happy writing their invoice, in their books, in their papers. So we found that these are the things that, the mindset that they were not ready to move on, and this would hamper their future. So we are trying to encourage the M&E players to look into innovating. Because without innovation, they cannot stay relevant. And we don't want the industry, something that we can be proud of, which contributes to about 40 over billion in exports, to just go to waste. So we need to sustain that. But how do you sustain that if you don't change?